you share with us one mistake that you did in your role that actually turned out, valuable learning experience?
In a previous role, not this one that I'm in, this is where I had my learning experience on adopting a tech tool. I think you immediately get a new tool and you say, okay, like this is the tool, this is how it works, this is what I want you to go do. And I didn't spend the time really, I think we tried to set expectations before we thought about how this tool managed in our flow. And after a couple of situations where I was like, okay, guys, this is how we need it to do. But then they're on the ground and they're the ones using it. And they're like, but yeah, it doesn't do this or that or whatever. I didn't anticipate misconceptions, even though, as a former educator, we know that those are the things we need to do, like anticipate how this message is going to be received by my team. It created a little friction around the tool and the product. And I had to manage through some pushback on that and then sort of take a step back. And then what we ended up doing was taking that tool and just doing sessions after obviously getting base level product training. We just spent time like, tell me, how is this working for you? What are your aha moments? And let's set some base level expectations instead of requirements. And then people have the ability to either rise to that expectation, overperform on that expectation, or they might need some support to get to it. But it isn't you're doing it, you're not doing it, but we're really creating opportunities for progression of growth. And I've taken that lesson and applied it to everything that I do in helping to upskill and build my team. Where are you in this moment and what is it that gets you to that next level? So when we're talking about forecasting, oftentimes our teams were very conservative forecasters. They would forecast low because they're trying to be conservative and say that too much is going to happen. And so we had to spend some time saying, under forecasting is just as problematic as over forecasting, right? Either way, as a business, I don't have the predictability that I need to know what's going to happen in the business. And so how do we create opportunities for people to see gradual and stepped improvement and not necessarily feel like you have to go from 0 to 100? And so that lesson in my team adopting tech tools, I've applied that and how I approach any new learning that my team is undertaking. And when I create space to listen to them and hear how it's working, and not say, here's what you're going to get and this is what we're going to do. I think it's really about listening to your team and figuring out how they're going to manage through it, but also creating that really clear expectation that we've invested in something that we believe is going to be supportive of our work.